Well, in theory, I should be live on 3 different services: YouTube, Rumble, and X. In reality, I see no comments, which would suggest I'm not live on YouTube at the very least. So, Dominic, are you coming to me from YouTube? Let's see if we're on. There's a little bit of a delay here. Gino targeted Pat. What are you talking about? So YouTube is working? Good. Let's see if we're live on Twitter. Hey, there I am. 328 people watching on Twitter. I think I'll delete the last one. And then the question is it on Rumble? So I'm going to go to my Rumble app and see if it's live there. Anybody on Rumble? It's not on Rumble? Yes? No? I can't tell if you're yesing me and knowing me. It looks like I'm live on Rumble. But weirdly, I do not see myself. There's my feed. Rumble's not working, you said? Okay. So here's the reason I've never done this before. So what I'm trying to do is use StreamYard to go to 3 different services. Now I've claimed that the reason that I don't use it is because it never works twice in a row. So this is my 3rd try, and I've got 2 failures, each time for different reasons. Now that's been my experience every time I've tried a third-party software. 100% failure, different reason every time. And it never ends. I've never seen it end. You don't get to the end of it. Now, other people use it, so apparently it's solvable, but you watch it on Pornhub. Well, that's the place to watch it. Now, why would it not be working on Rumble? Why, oh, why? It says I'm live on Rumble. Oh, it's on Rumble now? Did it start late on Rumble? You, is there anybody who's got 2 screens open so you can tell me if Rumble is just operating behind a little bit? So you can see it on Rumble, but why couldn't I see it myself? Shouldn't I be able to see myself? Why can I not see myself? All right, if I go home, go there. Am I going to have to search for myself to see myself? Shouldn't that be like the top of the app if it's my own account? All right, well, I will search for myself. See if that works. Don't I don't see it. Seriously, you think this is live right now on Rumble? Where do you see it? I'm looking at my own feed on Rumble. I don't see anything live. So there's somebody who's on the Rumble app. So it's delayed 30 seconds. Collab with Aunt Jemima. There's a 5-second delay in Rumble. What do you mean by 5 seconds? Compared to what? Oz and Schillinger. I don't know what that means. All right. Um, what? Maybe if I join. That didn't make sense. What? That doesn't make any sense. Apparently, if I hit my Rumble button, it goes to somebody else's locals account. It's not ideal. God, there there really is no fucking way to find the live stream on there, is there? So how did you find it on Rumble? I'm on fucking Rumble right now, which I own stock in, so I can insult it as much as I want. But why the fuck can't I find it anywhere on Rumble? It's not on the homepage. It's not in my feed. It's not in my videos. I can't search it with my own fucking name. How could this be worse? I mean, seriously. How do I not find my own video live on Rumble while it's happening? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna start swearing up a storm here. Am I looking at it right now? So it was this little TV looking button. Is that the one you used? The little TV looking button? I can't tell if that's me. I'm gonna have to listen to myself. Yeah, can't hear it. Oh yeah, it is. All right. So if you were looking, if you were trying to find the live stuff, would you know that it's this button, the one that looks like a little screen? Why would that be where the live stream is? Does that make any sense? You've hidden the indicator inside of your what? You've hidden the indicator inside of your phone for easy access. Okay. And it's gone. All right. So what we've learned. All right. Let's see. So it's there. It's also on YouTube. You say. Now let's see if I can't find it on YouTube. First attempt, failure. Second attempt. All right. If you were YouTube, what button would you hit to find the live stream of yourself if you're signed in? What would that be? Home? It's not shorts. It's not plus. Oh, there I am. It shows at the top as it should. All right. So it looks like we've got YouTube working. And let's just make sure X is working. Is anybody on X? X, let's go to my profile. And there it is, 350 people. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Since you were so nice to come on. No big announcement. Looks like it's working on all three platforms. Why did it not work the first time? I don't know. I'll tell you, it's the interfaces for all this stuff are just impossible. I got 3 pages. Here's my instructions. I don't know. It's a contract. I hate the days where I have to negotiate or look at legal documents. Is there anything worse than reviewing a contract? No, there's nothing worse than that. Well, this won't be a show per se. It's a technology test. So, so I got 2 pages of instructions to sign up to Rumble with a RMTP that is static. And then I have to figure out how that static RMTP plays with separate software called StreamYard. And then I have to figure out if you set it up once and it's good, or do you have to start from scratch every time? No idea. You also, when you're using Rumble, you have to put in a fake video before you put in your actual live stream or real video. Do you know why? Do you know why you have to put in a pill pulte? I will spend that wisely with almost a cup of coffee. Um, it worked though. I did see your message. It stood out. I'll bet you didn't get any money from Bill Pulte today. Well, actually, you might have. I shouldn't say that. Some of you probably did get money from him. um, all right. Can you StreamYard to Locals too? It doesn't look like Locals has a connection, um, but I've got to talk to the Locals people in a moment, so I'll probably. What do you think I should do? Just call up Locals so I can keep you on here? Why don't I do that, okay? And we'll have all 4 going at once. 4 live streams. Come in now. All right. All right, there we go. Poor Locals will have bad sound quality. All right. Scott, am I worried that Trump supporters will be jailed? You mean more of them? Of course they will. All right, so here's what we're doing, Locals. I don't have a microphone on the Locals feed, but let me show you guys what I'm doing. So right now I'm streaming on X, on YouTube, and Rumble all at the same time. Just a technology test. And now on Locals. But Locals is the only one that StreamYard doesn't do natively, so I'm going to have to do that separately. So, unfortunately, Locals, you will not be in the ideal screen orientation. Why are you having this? Oh, this is a technology test. So uh, don't expect it to work. You like low angle? Am I really that neat? Why does it look neat? I can't imagine this looks neat. Well, I don't know if the tech test passed because it only worked once in a row. You were just thinking about the cave? Is there football? There's a football game on tonight. Is it NFL or is it college? High school football? Ah, okay. The Twitter account of doom. Really? Does that help? Oh, yes, I'm definitely going to be a regional warlord if civilization collapses. Yeah. If civilization collapses, I will be the regional warlord for my area. Some other people might want that job, but I'll kill them on the first day. You made a terrible painting. What can the average citizen do to save America? Well, here's what I really wonder. Are things really going to go in the direction that they're going and keep on going, or will there be a correction? Um, I have something that I'll tell the locals people privately once I'm off here. So if you're not a locals subscriber, you don't get the behind the scenes stuff that I just tell to them privately. But I got some stories for you today. I would think I would think that if you actually liked my content, it's the lowest cost for the most content. Because if you think about it, if you're paying a subscription to see it, you get something like an hour and a half to 2 hours per day of commercial-free content that's always up to date 7 days a week, including weekends and including holidays. So when was the last time you watched 2 hours a day of Netflix? Like you might have watched it for 2 hours, but do you ever watch it 2 hours every day? No, no, you don't. Bongino is free. Bongino's on Rumble. It's also on Rumble for free right now. Oh, do you like the decor? Thank you. Doesn't look that neat. Uh, God's debris while smoking weed. Yeah, that's a good combo. The Adams Law of slow moving disasters. Yeah, Sunday streaming. How many people stream on Sunday? Not many. You need a reputable documentary producer. Okay. The lights are on. So if you were to see this on my phone, it's fully illuminated. You probably can't tell the difference, but if you were watching on the phone, the lighting is perfect. If you're watching, or in other words, if you're watching on locals, the lighting is perfect because it's coming to you from a. Okay, well, that's another thing I. So apparently, when I leaned my phone against the screen, I managed to hit the only button you shouldn't hit, which is leave studio. There's all of this real estate, like the screen is like this big, and there's this one tiny little button. It's the only one you shouldn't hit when you're doing a live stream. It's the only one. Boom, hit it without it. Yeah, what were the odds of that happening were almost zero. All right, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my talent stack by learning how to use this. Because one of the things I can do is invite guests on this software. So, but the people on locals wouldn't see it if I invite a guest. So that's a problem. So If I'm pointing to you, you're on locals, but it's also running on my other computer on three other sites. So I'm on Rumble and YouTube and Twitter live. At the same time, I'm on locals on my phone. You were taught speed reading, but you didn't know you were flawed. No, I'm not on the spectrum. Oh, OBS is the worst. I've used OBS. Debate liberals. I don't even know where to find one unless I go to Starbucks. The only place I even see anybody on the left, and that's just a guess, is some employees at some Starbucks. And it's only because they have green hair that I'm just guessing they might be on the left. I'm using something called StreamYard. StreamYard is one word. I think it's the most common one. OBS is free, and you kind of get what you pay for. The interface is terrible. From the Blaze, he'll train you. No, see, the problem is strictly that it can't be done more than once. Could somebody train me how to do it once? Absolutely. Would it work the second time if I did everything the same? Very unlikely. Very unlikely. That's not my experience. How many more years does the US have left? Well, I'll tell you, robots are the whole story. I don't think AI was the story. I think AI is going to be just a cool tool. But when you put it in a robot, that's going to change everything. So I don't think you can make any predictions about anything because robots will change everything. And we're probably 1 year away from ordering a Tesla robot. Can you even imagine? Like try to wrap your head around being in your own home and being able to have a conversation with your robot and it has fully articulated fingers. And you could tell it to do something like unload the dishwasher, and you'd only have to show it once. Just think about that. You would only have to show it once, and it could unload the dishwasher. Yeah. Uh, uh, about the car buying reflective of your real life? Yes. Not recently, but yes. I do plan to get a new vehicle. I'm thinking of the Tesla Model Y. I like the Gulfwing doors. Robosexual? All right. RFK Jr.'s chances? Well, if Trump stays healthy and there's not some new kind of, intrigue, I mean, there might be, but I don't know if the nuclear submarine thing will turn into something or not. But something could happen. Um, but otherwise, Trump has it. There's nothing that would stop him unless something weird happens. I saw some crash tests for the Bronco. That's what changed my mind. So it didn't do so good in the crash test in the video that I saw. That could have changed, or maybe there's different models. So I wouldn't say that it. Uh, Ann Coulter thinks Trump won't be the nominee. Maybe. Judge, yeah, I remember the Dilbert episode with Judge Stone Cold Steve Austin. I didn't write that part because I didn't know who he was. I cried as the robot learned the devil's handshake. No, I might be done with BMWs. I've had just the worst luck with BMWs. But I swear to God, the uh, the warning lights on a BMW are just marketing. I think they're just there to make sure you take your car in on a regular basis so they can tell you there's something wrong with it. Oh yeah, so today we saw hit pieces on Mike Benz and also Greg Gutfeld. So does that tell you it's a year before a presidential election? They're absolutely taking one player off the chessboard at a time. They're going one at a time, and they're starting with people who are good communicators first, the ones who are making a difference, and they're just taking them out one at a time. So, so here's something to blow your mind. After I got canceled, what is the thing that always happens for other people who get canceled? There's a thing that happens after you get canceled every time. Do you know what it is? Somebody goes through everything you've ever written and everything you've ever tweeted, and they find more stuff that confirms, their good decision to ban you, and then they write a hit piece. So first you get banned, but just to make sure you stay banned, they they put together a hit piece of all the bad things you also said in the past, or people you associated with, or stuff like that. And have you seen mine yet? Has anybody seen mine? No. Do you know why? Couldn't find anything, apparently. Apparently, there's nothing there. I mean, I'm not aware of anything that would be embarrassing that isn't already, super picked over and etc. Yeah. I have like probably a million written words, like actually literally, because, a book is like 60,000. So I've got something like a million words publicly available if you count my tweets. And they couldn't find anything else. Not anything else in a million words. So that's pretty good. So the I saw the Gottfeld hit piece, and my first instinct was, oh, I don't want to give this any attention because it's a hit piece. And my second instinct was, it was trying to be a hit piece without adding commentary. So it was literally just showing what he said because what he said was provocative, about the state of things at the moment. And he showed the exact words. And so I thought to myself, well, that's fair. I just retweeted it because it's the exact words. That's very rare. So it was a hit piece because the only reason that it was put together was to, make other people say, why did you say this? But there was no really hit to it. It was his actual opinion. And if you read the opinion, you could either agree or disagree, but it was a fair opinion. Uh, Rogan and Sam Altman spent an hour talking about the privacy point you made on brand in 3 minutes. Privacy point. What was that? What was the private? Oh, that it'd be better if the government had no privacy. Yeah, that's a good point. Naval is the one who came up with the idea of the government having no privacy. My thinking, well, I'm thinking about moving, but there's no place that's really a better. The only thing that would get me to move is if I thought I had to move to stay out of jail. All right. How much interaction do I need outside the house? Well, that is funny that you asked that question. It's funny that you asked that question. All right, I'm going to go talk to the locals people privately, And thanks for joining. I'll probably, I don't know, I might try this in the morning. I might not. We'll see how I feel in the morning. All right. Thanks for joining. Bye for now.